In this video, we'll be taking a look at 3 college basketball games happening on February 10, 2024, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 6 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 3 college basketball games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start, if you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Alabama versus LSU. In a compelling showdown between 2 prominent Southeastern Conference basketball programs, the number 16 ranked Alabama Crimson Tide and the LSU Tigers engage in an intense battle, seeking victory in the heart of the Bayou. This Saturday afternoon clash follows Alabama's recent 99-81 defeat against number 12 Auburn, where they fell short as a 6-point underdog. Similarly, LSU faced an 88-68 road loss to number 6 Tennessee, failing to cover the line as a 13.5-point underdog. With an 87-53 historical advantage, Alabama has triumphed in the last 3 encounters, including a commanding 109-88 victory at home on January 27th in their most recent meeting. Despite Alabama's previous loss to number 12 Auburn, they had been enjoying a successful run until that point. Their road record stands at 3-3 this season, with losses to formidable opponents such as Creighton, Tennessee, and Auburn, all of whom are ranked in the top 20 in the KenPom rankings. On the other hand, LSU boasts a 9-3 home record but currently holds the 84th position in the season rankings. Struggling with 4 losses in their last 5 games, LSU faces the challenge of overcoming recent setbacks, including a home defeat against Nishaw State in November. The previous encounter saw Alabama dominate LSU with a 109-88 score, showcasing their offensive prowess. The rematch between Alabama and LSU, just 2 weeks after their last meeting, concluded with a resounding 109-88 victory for Alabama. The Crimson Tide, with a 13-9-1 against the spread record this season, showcased a balanced offensive performance in the first matchup, where all 5 starters scored in double digits. Alabama's ability to shoot at 55.5% and control the rebound battle proved challenging for LSU. Despite LSU's 9-3 home record, they struggle with a 5-7 against the spread record, while Alabama maintains an impressive 8-2 against the spread in their last 10 games against the Tigers. With Alabama's recent dominance, they are poised to secure a victory and cover the spread as favorites. Anticipating an energetic atmosphere at the Pete Maravich Assembly Center, the LSU Tigers will be motivated for this home game. However, Alabama enters the contest in superior form, considering their convincing 21-point victory over LSU just a few weeks ago. LSU's recent defensive struggles against strong Southeastern Conference teams raise concerns, making the Alabama Crimson Tide to win and cover the spread as favorites our full game side pick. The season statistics further support the potential for a high-scoring game. Alabama, ranked 16th in tempo according to KenPom, has seen the over hit in 16 of their 23 games, emphasizing their fast-paced playing style. LSU, ranking 56th in tempo, aligns with Alabama's preference for an up-tempo game, with the over hitting in 6 of Alabama's last 8 games, including 4 with 80 points or more, and LSU scoring at least 88 points in 3 of their last 6 games. The stage is set for a high-scoring affair. The first meeting between these teams totaled 197 points. Analyzing the team's offensive efficiency and key performance metrics, Alabama emerges as a potent offensive force, ranking 2nd in offensive efficiency, 4th in effective field goal percentage, and 28th in offensive rebounding percentage. Their emphasis on a fast-paced game is evident, ranking 16th in tempo with 72.2 possessions per night. In contrast, LSU's offensive metrics place them 105th in effective field goal percentage, 125th in offensive rebounding percentage, and 132nd in 2-point shooting. Defensively, LSU's ability to force turnovers, ranking 58th in turnover percentage, could pose a challenge for Alabama. Considering the team's historical meeting, current form, and offensive capabilities, the over is a favorable choice for the total pick. Although reaching the previous high of 197 points may be ambitious, both teams' affinity for a fast-paced game suggests that the actual score may surpass the set total, making over the projected total our full game total pick. Auburn versus Florida. In a highly anticipated clash between two formidable Southeastern Conference basketball programs, the number 12 Auburn Tigers are set to engage in a fierce battle with the Florida Gators on the basketball court. This matchup holds significant importance for both teams as they aim to enhance their credentials for the upcoming March Madness tournament. Taking place in the challenging environment of the Swamp, Auburn will be on the road, aiming to build on their recent impressive victory against number 16 Alabama, where they secured a commanding 99-81 win as a 6-point favorite. Meanwhile, the Florida Gators faced a narrow defeat on the road against Texas Agricultural and Mechanical in their previous outing, losing 67-66. Nevertheless, they managed to cover the spread as a 4-point underdog. In the historical context, the Gators hold a slender advantage with a 64-62 record in the all-time series, but the Tigers claimed a hard-fought 61-58 home victory in their most recent meeting on December 28, 2022. Both Auburn and Florida boast offensive capabilities that can propel them to scores of 80 points or more on any given afternoon, and this anticipated matchup is expected to be no exception. Notably, Florida stands out as the nation's leader in rebounding this season, creating a unique scenario where Auburn may not enjoy a significant edge on the boards. However, the pivotal difference between the two teams lies in their defensive strategies. Auburn has demonstrated defensive prowess, ranking among the top 50 in the nation for scoring defense this season. Conversely, Florida has faced challenges in impeding opposing teams from amassing points. The Tigers also hold a notable advantage in free throw shooting, a factor that could influence the Gators' ability to secure a decisive lead or stay competitive in the late stages of the game. Despite the potential significance of a victory for Florida in bolstering their NCAA tournament aspirations, lingering trust issues make Auburn the favored and more reliable option on both ends of the floor. Therefore, the Auburn Tigers to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. Auburn's performance this season has seen the under prevail in 14 out of their 23 games. The Tigers showcase their defensive strength by ranking 3rd in defensive efficiency, 2nd in effective field goal percentage defense, 61st in turnover percentage force, and 23rd in three-point field goal percentage defense. Operating at an above-average pace, they rank 64th in adjusted tempo, averaging 70 possessions per night according to Ken Palm. On the flip side, the Florida Gators have experienced the overhitting in 13 out of their 22 games this season. Their defensive statistics place them at a respectable 82nd in defensive efficiency, 72nd in effective field goal percentage defense, 160th in field goal percentage defense, and 99th in two-point field goal percentage defense. Notably, Florida maintains the 28th position in adjusted tempo, averaging 71.4 possessions per night according to Ken Palm. The divergence in adjusted tempo is an interesting aspect of this matchup, with Florida holding the 28th spot with 71.4 possessions per 40 minutes, while Auburn, embracing a more fast-paced approach, is 64th in the category with 70 possessions. Offensive efficiency is another notable contrast, as the Tigers boast the 10th-ranked offense, scoring 120 points per 100 possessions, while the Gators closely follow at the 17th position with 119 points. This Southeastern Conference clash promises an abundance of offensive skill from both teams, with their explosive offensive capabilities and shared intention to push the tempo. Consequently, over the projected total is our full game total pick, anticipating an exciting offensive showdown between Auburn and Florida. North Carolina versus Miami, Florida. The upcoming Atlantic Coast Conference clash promises to deliver a thrilling spectacle as the 3rd-ranked North Carolina Tar Heels, with a record of 18-5 and a 13-9-1 against the spread, face off against the Miami Hurricanes, boasting a 15-8 record and identical 13-9-1 against the spread. This encounter marks the first of 2 scheduled regular season battles on the college basketball betting lines. Hubert Davis' squad recently suffered their 2nd defeat in a 3-game span, succumbing to the Clemson Tigers with an 80-76 scoreline as 6-point favorites in Chapel Hill. The setback allowed the Virginia Cavaliers to close in on the Atlantic Coast Conference lead. The Miami Hurricanes, on the other hand, stumbled in Charlottesville, posting a season-low 38 points, and are now keen to redeem themselves. The significance of this game weighs more heavily on Miami than on North Carolina. Despite North Carolina's recent challenging loss to Clemson, it highlighted vulnerabilities within their team. Miami, with an impressive 11-2 record at home, is poised to rebound from 2 disappointing losses. Their offense, a force to be reckoned with, boasts shooting percentages of 47.4% from the field and an impressive 49.8% at home. home. Furthermore, their accuracy beyond the arc stands at around 40% in home games. The North Carolina Tar Heels have showcased their prowess throughout the season, earning them the favored position. However, recent losses to Georgia Tech and Clemson, despite being favored, expose their vulnerabilities. Miami, with a well-coached and talented squad, has a solid 11-2 straight-up record at home and has clinched victory in the last 2 encounters against North Carolina. This game could serve as a turning point for Miami to salvage their season and secure a significant win for their March resume. Therefore, the Miami, Florida Hurricanes to cover the spread's underdogs is our full game side pick. Over the last 2 seasons, these teams have clashed once each, with oddsmakers anticipating high-scoring affairs, setting the over/under in the mid-150 seconds. Surprisingly, both matchups resulted in lower scores, averaging 147 points. Anticipating a similar scenario, Saturday's total is expected to open in the mid-150 seconds. College basketball bettors may flock to bet the under due to the teams consistently playing to low scores in conference play. Remarkably, the Tar Heels and Hurricanes have collectively cashed under tickets in 17 out of 24 played Atlantic Coast Conference games. Analyzing the teams' playing styles, it becomes evident that they represent 2 of the fastest-paced teams in the league. Pomeroy ratings rank North Carolina and Miami 39th and 92nd in tempo rating, with possession averages of 71 and 69.1 per game, respectively. KenPom's adjusted tempo places Miami at 92nd, while North Carolina ranks 39th in pace of play. The Tar Heels have recently surpassed the over in 2 consecutive games, scoring 75 or more points in 7 of their last 8 matchups. Miami, known for its proficiency in home games, is expected to rebound offensively from their lackluster performance on Monday night. As both teams are coming off losses, and with the Canes seeking redemption, an up-tempo game is anticipated, deviating from the 3-game under streak in this rivalry. Therefore, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed, subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.